£28, nearly £29 that has cost me for 18 litres. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. What a world. I think I now, voice crack there. I think I now get no bikers' complaints about petrol prices, and I'm not even in London. I'm in Luton. Not too far, but still. Nearly £29. Bloody hell. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger. Right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Wakey, wakey. I hope everybody is well. I hope everybody is safe. I always think I get those the wrong way round. Safe and well sounds better than well and safe, but hey ho, I've said it and I mean it. I hope you're all safe and I hope you're all well. I hope you're having a nice week / weekend whenever you may be watching this video. And yeah, today we're going to talk about my old Fazer, my FZS600 Fazer. Huge thank you and shout out to Rhys who's commented on a few of my videos for suggesting this video. It's a great idea, and he makes a good point. A lot of people came over or came to my channel because of the FZS600. Not my charming personality and witty humour. No, it was definitely the bike. And yeah, he said that it'd be a good idea just to have a video out there, make some suggestions of what modifications are necessary, which ones I did, etc., etc. And yeah, maybe that might help some owners, some people who still own the FZS600. I put that into first, even though that light's turning red, so it means I'm not going anywhere for a while. Right, on the move again. Firstly, I just want to say how much I loved the FZS600. I think you all knew it anyway. The review video I did, I think it's my most watched video on this channel of the FZS600. That just said how much I love it, and I don't want to talk too much about the bike as a whole because I've already done that a year or two ago. But I did love the bike. I loved owning it. It was a fantastic first big bike for me. I loved it so much that when I came to sell it, when I sold it and bought the Triumph Sprint, I got a tattoo on my chest, quite a big one. It takes up the whole right breast area of the bike. That's how much I love it. That's how much I knew I'd miss it, and I do. Yeah, hopefully YouTube don't take that down. Hopefully YouTube don't see that as being inappropriate. I have not got time for that. So mods. Sick mods, bro. What modifications do you need to do? Well, Rhys, congratulations on buying your FZS600 Fazer. And for everyone else who owns one, first thing you need to do is take off that rear caliper. Take it off, do what you need to do, replace the pads whilst you're there, whatever. Well, what I'm about to say, you won't need those pads. But yeah, bleed the brakes, blah, 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 blah. Take the caliper and throw it into the deepest, darkest, hellish pit you can find where it belongs. It's awful. It is, I need that lane. It's pathetic. Replace it with the FZS. No, it's not the FZS, or is it just the F? I don't know what the 1000 Fazer is called, but I know it's a 1000 Fazer. Yeah, get one from there. You can normally find them on the Facebook pages, eBay, etc., etc. And yeah, just straight swap it. I think it's a straight swap. What are you doing? That took too much time. Rainy season is definitely upon us. Oh, make sure the camera's not too misted up. Oh, it's not raining, it's just drizzle, but it's still bloody annoying, regardless of what it is. I have lost what I was saying. I was talking about the caliper. Yes, replace it for the caliper on the Fazer 1000. Much better, much more confidence inspiring, and believe it or not, it will actually do something. It will actually control the bike, manoeuvring, if you ever need to use it, God knows what for, in any other situation. It's just better than the 600 caliper that's on it from stock. If you got that, just don't bother. You're wasting your time. Another must-do modification, in my opinion. If you wanted to use candles, you'd have been born in the Victorian ages. You know what I mean? So take the candles out of the front fairing. You know what Yamaha have classed as lights. I don't suppose light bulbs were I don't know, a thing in the 90s apparently, according to Yamaha, because whatever those are in the front, they are not light bulbs. They are candles. Get them out. Whack in some LEDs. Please check the MOT laws and regulations and everything like that, because I haven't got a clue on how strict they are, and if you're in America, then I have no idea what you guys have at all, so double check that. But yeah, LEDs, there is a kit for it, and it improves visibility at night dramatically, so get on it. Is an Uncle Red here? Is an Uncle Red here? If so, where is he? Oh, fuck it! You scared the life out of it. So another very important modification to do is to install braided brake lines. Now, we revert back to the brakes, and I think if you own an FZS600, you'll know from experience, and if you don't, you're probably starting to get the idea that the brakes are terrible. Congratulations, you would be correct. They're awful. The front, the rear, all of it's terrible. But with the caliper from the Fazer 1000 and the braided brake lines, it just improves dramatically. It's so much. It's still not the best braking bike in the world, not even close. But still, you know, it is what it is, and you've got to do what you got to do to make it bearable, safe, and practical. So, caliper off the Fazer 1000 and the braided brake lines. Just do it. I think Heel, H-E-L. Those are the ones I got for my Fazer 600, and they were much better. You feel how sharp it is straight away compared to what you're used to, and you don't have to give it so much effort then, you know. It just becomes so easy to slow the bike down. So yep, get the braided brake lines as well. Now I think it goes without saying that when you service the bike, you might as well throw in the K&N air filter, which is incredible. When I bought the Fazer, I straight away put it through a service, and I straight away replaced the stock air filter with the K&N one. I've lost where I was. The K&N air filter. Replace that. So don't replace the K&N one. Put the K&N in, the K&N one in, and then when you do your next service, you can just take that out, give it a wash, a clean. Obviously, use the correct stuff, and pop it back in the bike. That seemed to work absolutely fine whilst I owned my Fazer. A tip, it's not a modification, but a tip that I would do is service your bike every year, or every whatever the mileage says in the book. When you do that, just balance out the carbs, and if you have time, clean and balance. I'm OCD with motorcycles and my car, to be honest. I want to make sure it's on top, you know, tip-top form. If anything goes wrong, it cannot be blamed on the servicing. So the carbs would get cleaned and balanced every 12 months on mine, regardless of mileage. So it's always just worth doing, because then the bike's happy. You do notice it after the carbs have been cleaned and balanced. It feels a lot sweeter, it idles nicer. It won't last too long. They unbalance themselves really annoyingly. Not horrifically, you know. I'm not saying you're going to sit there with clunk, 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 you know, it's not that out of time. but it's just annoying. You know what I mean? Even one out of sync can annoy us all, or at least me anyway. Other modifications that I would do: heavy duty clutch springs. Definitely invest in them. They are wonderful, and again, you just notice it. I don't know why. Like, I've done some modifications on this Sprint, and yeah, they're good and they've improved a bit here and there, but mainly it's the remap, and even that, you know, it hasn't. I've noticed it, and it's great, but it's not groundbreaking. Whereas the Fazer, everything I did to it, you felt an immediate benefit. The clutch springs obviously do make the clutch a little bit heavier, but it also, I don't know what it is, it just makes it feel a lot more secure. And I know that's the wrong word, but it does. You feel like the clutch is much more responsive. I had a slipping clutch with the normal springs, and yeah, we just literally swapped them out for the heavy duty ones, and huzzah, they were much better.
Yes, they were.
They were, weren't they? They were so much better. So much better than the originals. Would you not agree?
Maybe not as good as a bacon sandwich.
Gromled! Gromled! What a pathetic roundabout. Where were we on modifications? Let's go to Rental bars. Now, if you own an FZS600 and you're perhaps too lazy or too tired of how low those bars are, having to have much longer arms, or just have to get that tuck in a bit more, and it's meant to be I suppose a sports tourer. That's always the category I put it in, but I didn't feel the handlebars reflected that. And I'm fairly tall. I'm 6'2". I've got quite a fair reach, you know, longish arms, but even for me, like, I don't know, I just felt like I was leant over more on it than I wanted to be. So I put on the Rental bars. I couldn't tell you what number, there are so many, and yeah, it was fantastic. After that, you know, it just improved again the visibility of everything. I was more comfortable, and yeah, just a better ride, especially for long distance. And I took that bike quite far. I went to Ireland, I went to Germany on it. Yeah, there was some long rides on that Fazer. And whilst we are in the area, handlebars, the front of the bike, after you've done the handlebars, do yourself a big favour and get yourself some longer mirrors. Now again, you can steal these off the Fazer 1000. Don't actually steal them, you know, pay for them. Find someone who's selling a pair or whatever. Maybe someone's, you know, scrapping one or whatever. I don't know, spares or repairs. Buy some mirrors off a Fazer 1000, or there are enough modded ones, extended arms, foldable, all that malarkey. Go get yourself a pair of those for visibility, because definitely for me, I couldn't see anything behind me when I was riding that bike until I got the new mirrors. Then it became just a breeze, a walk in the park. Anyway, I believe that concludes the necessary modifications. Obviously, with any bike, there are optional ones too. Ones that I did but don't deem necessary, but I would, you know, if you want it to look cool or whatever, go for it. LED spotlights. I know I've said about changing the bulbs for LEDs, but also whack a pair of spotlights on the bike, on the Fazer. It does look the business. It looks really cool to me anyway. They attach the radiator's got some bolts, especially if you have a shield or a grill, whatever you want to call it. They just attach onto that, wire them up and everything. You'd probably have to get an expert to do that unless you're a whiz with electronics. An exhaust, but same as every bike, you can get an exhaust anywhere. I went with the Delcovic on the Fazer, just like I did the one over, not a problem. Just like I have done on the Sprint as well. So give Delcovic a look if you're looking for an exhaust system. Don't know why red's indicating. What else? a phone holder. Yeah, and I just looked for inspiration then. I put a phone holder on every single bike that I own because I am awful with directions and I need to know where I'm going. Literally the same one on every single bike as well. It's just a cheapy little one from Amazon. On the Fazer there is a nice little mounting point because it's got a bar. You can just hook it on there, whereas on this I actually had to drill. I had to drill into the bolt. Not ideal, but is what it is. Other than that, yeah, you'd probably have to look online. My mind's going a blank, to be honest with you. But yeah, there's my oh, it's all drama. It's all drama. What's going on here? Police cars, fire engines. I hope everything's all right. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, well that's thrown me. That has thrown me. I'll have to do some research into that. Hope everyone's alright. Hope it's nothing too serious, although it does look serious. Yes, but on that note, Red just scared the hell out of that guy. Oh dear. But yes, on that note, guys, hope you enjoyed watching. I hope all of that was useful. Rhys, with your FZS, I hope I've given you some ideas. Get online, have a look, see what you think of all of it, and yeah, improve your Fazer dramatically. Right guys, on that note, I'll wrap it up. As always, thank you for watching, and until the next time, cheers.